Welcome to the Code. Construction, design, engineering. This is India's #1 construction podcast. Hi and welcome to the Code. I am Rishabh Aggarwal, your BuildMate friend, and we are at DARC Build in Bangalore, and I'm sitting with Architect Leena Kumar. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Such a pleasure to have you here. How's the exhibition for you? How are you finding DARC Build right now and that you've seen today?
It's been great. I've been on a panel discussion also,
Yes.
and I've had a look at most of the exhibition. And what I like about this is that it's not so large. Sometimes building material exhibitions are so big that you get lost in a sense that there's only so much you can really absorb in a day, and there's an optimum size to it, unless you camp yourself here and see it every day. But even then, I always believe there's an optimum size to an exhibition. There's an optimum size to a city. There's an optimum size to, how much you can grow, because then after a point you reach your level of incompetence.
Yes.
So to that intent, I would say that I like the size because you have the mind space, you have the time to really go around, to absorb and to connect with the industry partners. And in today's day, I would say that, at the top level, at wherever you want to position yourself, at extremely top level, at the mid level, at a very economical level, there are different stages at which you would like to put yourself in. And so at every level, there are many players to it.
Yes.
It's not like there's only one player at one level and another one. There are multiple.
Yeah.
And eventually, as architects, what we're really looking for is whom can you build a relationship with, and which industry, which vendor partner will really respond to you in times of trouble. Because I don't think in life everything goes well all the time. There's bound to be times when things don't go so well, or perhaps your delivery is late, or the product that you have manufactured perhaps has been a little defective in a lot that comes out. And the important thing in such things is to accept it and to deal with it, because it does happen. That's how
You're looking
life
at
goes
problem
on.
solvers, and then you're also looking at accountable and dependable people.
That's right. You're
who
looking
can
at
actually-
someone accountable. You're looking at someone dependable. You're not
Yeah.
looking at someone who's going to say, look, there's a problem, so I'm going to run away.
Exactly.
Because that's not the way you deal with a problem.
Somebody who understands that they're in it for a long term, rather than making a quick
And
buck
also,
and just,
if there's an issue, you deal with it. Then
Absolutely.
okay, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But eventually, you've got to deliver the best, and whoever you're delivering it to is also happy about it.
Yeah.
So that's why exhibitions of this size are also nicer, because it gives you a chance to interact with the vendors that are displaying, or the industrial houses that are displaying their products, and you understand them better. So
I
like it,
it's not a lot to take home as well, right? You know what you've seen today,
Yeah.
what you absorbed,
That's
and
right.
what you're carrying back is
That's
actually
right.
what matters, right?
That's right.
What you'll remember, what you'll actually use later on
right.
as well.
That's right.
Uh,
So it's a nice size.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it.
Anything new that you discovered here today which sets apart from what you already know?
Yes, I have. I mean, I've discovered lighting, and they've been nice products and that too from Bangalore.
Awesome.
And I didn't even know they were there. So I even spoke to them. I said, "Look, what kind of guys are you? You have such a nice product. You don't reach out to architects, and you've got to come here to really see, to really understand that there's someone there." And
Do you think sourcing locally is important?
very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about
And,
bringing something in from a faraway land or something, right?
See, it also depends on the client who's going to use it.
Yeah.
Because eventually the end user is also comfortable with someone local, because you can go there, you can go to the unit, you can see it, you can touch it, you can feel it, you know what products are available,
Yeah.
and it's much easier to interact with them. And this guy is from Bangalore, and I didn't even know. So
Wow.
so yes, so that was good.
Leena
Then
ma'am, do
I've
you
seen-
just design, or do you design and build as well?
No, I only design.
Only design?
We're architects, designers, and
One
that's
last
it.
question to you.
Yeah.
And I usually ask more, but one last question to you. How important is it for an architect to challenge themselves whenever a new project comes in, to not repeat what's been done? Uh, is it something that you seek thrill in? Or do you think maybe sometimes it's good to use what you already know and already tested so you can reuse it? What's your design philosophy around that? Or do you take a project as it comes as a new thing all the time?
Well, no, we do try to always use something that's new. And when it is something new, yes, we are a little wary of it because it must perform
Yes.
eventually. So we're careful about it. But as a practice, we do try to use something new all the time. And if it's, with a vendor or with an industry that we're already working with and they brought something up new, that's much easier for us
Yes.
because you already know the person, you've already dealt with them. But we do try to use something. And actually, I would say as architects, it depends on the practice you have. It's a very large practice. Then you also tend to repeat because that's the size of your practice and that's the speed at which your work goes. So you do. But in smaller practices, you have the time to experiment.
Very interesting.
And it's nice to do that.
Yeah, of course. Accountability, dependable people,
That's
dependable
right.
brands,
That's right.
and each brand is represented by the team they have and the people they have.
Yeah.
Like here at DARC Build, they're
Yeah.
running a good show.
Yeah.
Such a pleasure to meet you here today. Short and crisp discussion, but I learned something from you today. I'm going to take it away with me, and I'm going to.
Yeah.
It's going to feature in my
Thanks. I
psyche
mean,
for some time.
You're the youngsters who are taking all this forward. And I come with more experience. And even with that, I'd like to say that we're always looking for newer things to work with, younger blood with more energy. It's always exciting. And life goes on, it goes on. You keep passing the baton on to the younger generation.
I don't
who
think
grows
that
older
youth
and
and energy is true
passing
anymore,
and-
though. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
But I don't think youth and energy run hand in hand together because yesterday I met Krishna Rao Jason, sir. 80-year-old man.
Yeah.
And he has more zeal than the two of us combined. And he is larger
Yeah.
than life.
Yeah,
and I've
that's
met
true.
such more brilliant people like yourself here. I do think that there is a stronger conviction when it comes to a generation before us. There is a clarity of thought. And a lot more courage and wit. I've seen that in a lot of
Yeah.
people I've spoken to recently.
Perhaps.
And I hope we imbibe that within
Yeah,
ourselves.
perhaps also because we've been a lot more perseverant. We haven't
Exactly.
given up. We've been,
You build it yourself.
we built it ourselves and
yeah.
we've been architects and that's all we've been. And it's been, actually being an architect is just brilliant. It's wonderful.
It is.
Yeah, it's great.
Amazing. Very well put. Struggle puts you ahead. Struggle makes you learn. Struggle also
Yeah, it's
teaches
great,
you a lot
it's
of things
great,
and
it's
you
great.
evolve.
wonderful.
This was Architect Leena Kumar. I think she gave us some good food for thought. If you have any questions, write to me at India's #1 construction podcast at gmail.com. You can reach out to her on our socials as well and ask her your questions directly. So we are at DARC Build Bangalore. And thank you for tuning in. I'm your BuildMate friend, Rishabh Aggarwal. Take care.